Good evening, everybody, from Fun Spot Kissimmee. Today we are doing something a little different. We're gonna go ahead and bring you along as we experience some of these fun rides here at this off-the-cuff location near Orlando. They just opened up Mind Blower, which was one of their kind of premier roller coasters here. They got it retracked from RMC. There's a few other roller coasters. They have some go-karts. Just a little bit of everything here. Like I said, it's about $60-ish to come here per person. You can sometimes find Groupons, but either way, let's go ahead, get inside, see what's going on, and then later we'll go ahead and show you what's behind me, which is Old Town. They're kind of connected here, one and the same almost. But for now, we're gonna head inside, get on some rides, and see what, I guess, Fun Spot is all about. I don't actually know exactly where we enter. I see a sign over there that says welcome above it. We have the go-karts here. It says days without smiles 0, which means we're smiling every day. But I don't know if we go this way or this way. I guess Nicole pointed to a sign this way, right? I don't know, we'll go see. Don't exactly know where we're headed. All right, I think I found where we enter here. Like I said, this is Old Town, but it's kind of attached with Fun Spot. It's all kind of in the same. I think we're gonna try this thing soon. Is anybody even on that? They're just warming it up? No one's even on that. Look at that. Swinging like crazy. Also, I do want to point out a few things really quick. All the way out in the distance, if you're off of 192, which is a street here in Florida, you're gonna see that Vomitron, which is the thing in the center up there, and then the two pillars like right there. That's the Slingshot. Those are not included with your price here. Those are separately ticketed, but again, that thing in the center that's like right there, that is the Vomitron. You're basically on the end. It just keeps spinning in circles. And then you have, like I said, the Slingshot, which are those two pillars on the end. You could see those things from like all the way up in Orlando. But either way, let's go ahead now, get inside, kind of figure out how we actually get our wristband. Something kind of interesting today. It is Flag Day, I will say that, but they are recording a commercial here for Fun Spot right now. I saw these like really nice production cameras. So I asked them and they were like, yeah, we're recording a commercial. Take a look at this thing. This looks pretty sweet, doesn't it? And from what I'm seeing, that is a very tight turn at the top of this hill to come down. I mean, they really had to cram this thing into a small space. But as of now, we're gonna go see if we can get in line and hop on to the Mind Blower. Like I said, this just opened, I think, yesterday, by the way, which is kind of cool. Take a look at the sign here. There are your height requirements right there. But we're going to go do something else for right now because I didn't realize that it is temporarily closed. It was just going a second ago when we pulled in, so I don't know if they had a quick hiccup, but let's go ahead and get on something else really quick. So like I just said a minute ago, they are recording a commercial here. Apparently it is closed down for marketing for a little bit. They said it'll be open up a little bit later, so we gotta wait that one out, which kind of is a bummer because I just saw them running it, unless that was part of that. I don't know, but either way, we're gonna have to do some other rides first, and then we'll come do this in a little bit. I guess that's kind of the downside of the kind of commercial that they're doing here. I see some swings behind us here. We see kind of like a mini Serengeti flyer, so let's just go find something else to do. We'll do the go-karts here in a second too, but I think we'll just kind of start taking a lap around and see what we can get on. So literally as we were walking the other way, I just saw an employee go over and open up the entrance sign. So maybe they're done with it, I don't know. I'm heading over to it now, and we'll see if we're getting on Mind Blower. It's time to get our minds blown. Not mind, mines. Like, you know, if you're digging in a mine, like a coal mine. All right, so I was informed of a little bit of bad news. By the way, we cannot record on the rides here. I was not aware. I thought like a chest like mounted GoPro, considering like it's fully mounted, I thought that would have been okay, but it is not. So as of now, I'll just try and get some off-ride footage. Maybe Nicole will go on, I'll record her, or I'll go on, she'll record me, something like that. But as of now, I will not be able to do anything on the ride. So I told you I had my GoPro, I do, but we cannot record. So a little unfortunate, and I get it that there are safety precautions that you need for stuff like that, but at the end of the day, I feel like a lot of the rides here are pretty tame, so I would assume like some of them you could, but maybe not like the big coaster. It's all right. Let's continue on though. We're gonna go ahead and actually do some rides now that we were heading towards just a second ago. Here they go. Woo! Can you hear the difference? So that really loud noise you're hearing, they actually retract as it kind of comes down here. That was the RMC treatment. You can see it cruises, I'm not gonna lie to you. But they ended up putting RMC track on the drop down here and pretty much up until you get into the actual kind of barrel roll thing that they have there. And you can hear the difference in the track. And I'll show you guys here in a second as they're kind of finishing. So they're gonna come around this corner. Right here, listen to how loud this gets, ready? You hear how much louder that is? So that loudness is the actual new track that it's kind of this I-beam track that you can see. I'm trying to show you over there, but right straight ahead, right through there, that's where they installed it. So it's kind of a hybridized style track. I think they should have just redone the whole thing because it's still a little jerky. I've never ridden it, but I got jerked up a bit. So if that was the retrack that they did and it was jerky before, I don't even want to know what it was before this. All right, Nicole is going to head here onto Head Rush 360. This is one of their rides that has actually a max height requirement that you cannot exceed at 6'3". She is not 6'3". She does meet the minimum height requirement though. So here she goes, all on her lonesome. It's kind of a short ride as far as like how tall it is, but I've seen it and it looks a little spooky. All right, the gates are kicking back. She's gonna go. She's the only one riding right now. This park does not get very busy. Also, you can see the Vomitron going off in the background, spinning in circles back there. Again, not included with your ticketed price here at Fun Spot. Also, you can purchase, I believe, individually. So if you want to go on these rides just one at a time, feel free to pay on a per ride basis. However, we went ahead, like I said, paid the $60 to just go ahead and do this. And here she goes. She likes the spinny rides, so I feel like this is right up her alley. She's gonna be able to go swinging upside down. It's going the other direction now. I wish we had a GoPro on there. I'd love to see some first-person visuals of her. I think everything feels a little janky almost, and so it's a little nerve-wracking. Oh, there she goes. Oh my gosh. I think at one point it almost like hangs upside down. Oh no. Oh my goodness. Oh gosh, it's going so fast right now. It might not look like it. I could see her holding on for like dear life right now. Oh my gosh. It is just spinning in circles. Oh, that didn't sound good. I think everything here is safe. But I think we're coming up to the stall here in just a minute. Is this the one? There it is. Oh, I think. Oh, not totally, but a little bit. I thought at one point they like full-blown hold you. Well, let's get a thumbs up on this video for Nicole's solo ride on Head Rush 360 here at Fun Spot Kissimmee. That's kind of funny. They had to like gas it up with like air over there in order to get these things to pop open. Definitely old school. All right, how was it?
It's one of those rides where I think we're gonna die on because you're upside down and it's just so rickety and slow.
I was gonna say it seems kind of fast, but then like when you're holding upside down, it looked like it was slow.
The holds are slow when you're upside down, and that's like the nerve-wracking part. Like it's not dizzy or anything.
Yeah.
It's just like you're just like sitting there dangling, listening to this thing creak, and I'm just like holding myself up there.
Yeah. I was gonna say there was one point where I feel like I heard like the side like crack, and I was like, oh, I'm sure it's safe, but it's still funny.
Oh God.
All right, well, there's Head Rush 360. I guess we'll go next door to, I think it's like Screamin' Eagle or something. I'm not gonna lie to you, that thing kind of freaked me out. The way you like wiggle in the air and you're like almost like 180 backwards. I've done some crazy rides. I've done Iron Gwazi, I've done Velocicoaster, I've done a plethora of roller coasters. That thing freaked me out. Like, not to the point I wouldn't do it again, but that was crazy. I'm not gonna lie to you. way more fun than I thought it was gonna be. Next up is Galaxy Spin. This is a Wild Mouse type coaster where you're kind of on just like a linear track like this, kind of a few ups and downs, but you'll actually be able to spin around and kind of control your vehicle. It seems like maybe a little bit, or it just kind of controls you. Not sure. Let's go ahead and get on a ride. Holy cow. First of all, you feel like you're gonna fall off. I feel like this thing is like a backyard roller coaster, number one. Number two, that was the most spins I've ever done. That was the most spins I've ever done. There was so much spinning. That was worse than the teacups that Nicole and I went on. That was worse than Storm Force Accelerator. I mean, this was probably, I'm gonna guess, at least 10 times as bad as those. I couldn't even see straight. You're just spinning for like, what felt like an hour, and I know it was probably only like 10, 20 seconds, but it was so long, I was so dizzy. Not doing that again. But obviously you know that because I'm not doing a Spinny Ride doesn't hold Nicole back, so she is gonna go ahead and do another ride on it. But you can count me out. No thank you. And there she is. She's soloing. Spinning around. That's not the bad part. We'll see if it ends up doing it for her. He said we get more spins because we were like doubled up on one side. I shouldn't have done it. Let's go see. It's right over here. This is the bad spot, right in through here. Oh, look at that. Look at her spin. Never. It's so bad. It was way worse when we were doing it. I know for a fact it was. Not as many spins? Did it? Oh, it didn't look that crazy. Also over at Old Town, this isn't necessarily over in Fun Spot, but over at Old Town, again, they are kind of connected, they do like these car shows all the time where people bring their cars and kind of show them off. I feel like it's almost every single night. It might be more of a weekend thing. However, it's a Wednesday right now, so I don't really know, but you can kind of see some of the designs on them. They kind of pop their hoods, and there's some music going on right here. Kind of a cool little thing if you guys are interested. This is all free too. You can kind of just come hang out in this area. All right, I think we're gonna go ahead and try this hot seat. This is a lot like the Serengeti Flyer, not quite as intense, I don't think. I mean, we don't know. We're gonna go ahead, get a ride on this real quick. Well, we actually got two rides there. Also, it was like a little sketchy because we were like taking our seatbelt off and it just started to go again, and we're like, okay. It is what it is. I guess that's what you get when you come to things like this. It's maybe not as structured. We're gonna go ahead and do this one here though. Listen to some music, do some spinning. Well, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I think I'm a little spun out at this point. My stomach is getting on the edge of being too much. Nicole, however, loves her Spinny Ride, so she is doing another solo run here. And there she goes. Yeah, I don't know what it is about Spinny Rides. I just can't do them. Once you get to a certain age, I think your body just stops handling them the same way. It's kind of like roller coasters. Thankfully, I've been pretty good about roller coasters for the most part. But yeah, just Spinny Rides, they're kind of a one and done for me. And honestly, I'm just happy that I'm not like nauseous over here. But I feel like I felt a little bit. And I'm like, this is gonna have to be my last one for a little bit. So we're just gonna let Nicole enjoy it. All right, we're gonna slow it down here just a little bit. I feel like we were just going ride to ride to ride, spinning and twirling and whatever. So, can't come to a theme park or anything without getting some Dippin' Dots. Also, they don't really smell. That was just for dramatic effect. But I love me banana split Dippin' Dots. I don't actually really like banana splits, but Dippin' Dots, yeah. So most of the rides are over here where we just were, but now we're actually gonna kind of head through Old Town a little bit and end up at kind of the other side of Fun Spot. There's a few more rides kind of on the other side. So we're gonna go see kind of what's beyond just this main area. I don't think there's a whole lot, but it's definitely detached, so we're kind of just walking over that way right now. I'll kind of show you what we're walking through just so you can kind of see. So we are walking now through kind of Old Town-ish, and there are a few things here. So you have some like these little like trinket shops. You have Chinese gifts. What's over here? A soap company store. When you can see like Funko Pops over there. General store. There's a barber over here. I think there's a tattoo parlor maybe in here too. You have those like dragon breath things that you get. So a vape lounge thing. So there's just kind of like a few little odds and ends in here, really. But ultimately, again, it's very kind of touristy based for Old Town. But like I said, we are headed straight ahead over there where there's a few more rides and things to do. So we're gonna go check that out. Take a look at that. You guys can get a shirt, Old Town. So it's 1986. It's actually not that old when you really think about it. If that's when this whole area opened up. All right, so over here it looks like you have another one of those like frog jumpers. They call that one the Screamer. Another kind of like hang glider type thing. You've got this little merry-go-round carousel. Also, there's a difference between carousel and merry-go-round. I think, is it carousels are the ones that only have horses, or merry-go-round? I don't remember. There's a way to tell the difference. They got a TiltAWhirl, and then they've got that coaster in the back that also kind of looks like a little bit of a backyard roller coaster. Well, here you go. This is Hurricane. I've been watching it go by a few times. It's so loud. Like, look at the support structure. Look how thin it is. And when it comes by, it just sounds like rattling fences. I don't think I've ever seen things that I have felt so unsafe about. And I don't know, I'm kind of like a thrill junkie in a weird sort of way, but like, I don't know. I mean, when you just have these like plates that this is attached to on the ground, and it's, I mean, look how thin those support structures are. And obviously Nicole is going to be our guinea pig here. And I know I already said give this video a thumbs up for Nicole's help today, being able to get you guys some footage. But let's be honest, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. You guys want to see more content like this. This is going to be great. Here she goes up the lift hill, the only one on Hurricane here. Woo! It looks so jerky. Here she goes. Up and over. You know, Nicole didn't used to ride many rides, probably no more than a year ago, and now she's just a thrill enthusiast. She loves them. It's so fun. We have a good time. We love it. But we're just trying to get you guys some footage out here as she is zipping around in circles. She's got a huge smile on her face. I also think like it's funny, it like breaks right here, and I think they have to like unlock it and like trigger it to move. And here she comes. How was it?
A little whippy.
Whippy?
Yeah, like those turns.
The little turns, yeah.
It was fun.
Was it fun?
It was fun. I liked it.
Did you like it more or less than Mind Blower?
I think more because it's like the little dippies.
Okay.
But not as like rickety.
No?
No, like jankier.
Yeah, okay.
But not as rickety, if that makes sense.
Gotcha.
My head hurt on the mind blower a little bit.
Okay.
Where like this, I was just like, whoop, like whipping.
And what about this or the spinny cart ones? Which one did you like more?
The spinny cart, the forwards,
gravity
backwards?
spinner or whatever it is? The coaster that you spin in circles?
Oh, I like spinning. But this was fun. This was like cute and fun.
Oh, well there you go then. It looks like Hurricane takes the cake here at Fun Spot, at least in Nicole's book. I guess, I mean, it depends. I'm sure they all kind of do something different. I feel like Mind Blower was like intense and fast. This looks like it's probably just a lot of ups and downs. They kind of just go back and forth, up and down, come up, take a tight turn, up and down, and then you end. Now this is one of Nicole's favorite rides, the TiltAWhirl. But I do want to point out that out of all of the rides, this one looks hands down the oldest. Let me see if I could zoom in for you. I mean, just look at like, you see just like the rust on like the edge there. The seats just look like, I don't even think they're padded. TiltAWhirl time. Gosh, you could just hear it. It just sounds so rickety. It's funny. Yeah, she also said that those things don't lock. You just like lift them up, the lap bars. I would assume they would have like locked in place. I guess not. All right, Nicole, how was your ride?
It was long.
It literally looked very long.
Like I literally felt like he was just talking to his friends and like almost forgot we were on the ride.
I think it's timed, but I'm not too sure.
He forgot to like turn the floor off at the end though.
Oh, I saw that.
Like,
he was like talking about it.
Yeah, like I was like, do we get off? Because it was still moving. And he's like, oh, the floor's still going. I'm like, yeah, but it was fun. I like the TiltAWhirl. I got a little dizzy though.
That's the one ride I guess Nicole will actually get dizzy on. But right behind us, oh yeah, Men in Black.
Men in Black messed me up.
Yeah. Weirdly enough, I don't mind that one too bad. But right behind us here, like I was just saying, we have some like Disney merchandise here in the window. Obviously, they're going to kind of put it out there when you are this close to Disney World. We are only just minutes from it.
That's fantastic, Mickey.
That is. It's the little Sorcerer Mick. That's pretty fun. You have the 7 dwarfs there. You've got Genie. Oh, you got Walt with Mickey there. Goofy, Alice, a lot of Mickey and Minnie. Moana. Moana looks big there, doesn't she? She actually looks really tall and like, I know, adult version. I think that's gonna do it for us here at Fun Spot for right now. We can come back, so we're actually going to go shopping. As I mentioned in my last vlog, that we have family coming in for about a week, so we're trying to get some videos ahead of time, so that way you guys aren't just without anything for like a week and a half to 2 weeks. So we are making sure to get you guys some fun content. So we need to go shop for everybody, because we got like 10 people coming down, and since we're local down here, we'll be able to kind of do that. But either way, I mean, it was pretty fun here. $60 again, seems maybe a little steep for what you're getting. I would say there's a lot of spinny rides. It's not as much like high thrill or anything like that. It's very much like kind of a graduated carnival, if you will, or fair that obviously just doesn't get taken down. So I would say on that aspect, it's not too bad. But ultimately, it's a cool little location here. If I were to say, is it worth spending the money on this or basically paying double and going to like Disney or Universal? In my opinion, I would pay the extra money and go to, you know, one of the bigger parks, just because I think there's a lot more there and you have such a large variety where a lot of this does feel very fair-like, very festival-like. And I think ultimately you're gonna get a little bit more value from something else, but this place isn't bad. I would probably come back here. I do think ultimately they should have redone Mind Blower to be a full RMC redo, because it still is a little janky. I never rode it beforehand. I just heard it was very rickety and a lot of like jerky and jolty moments. And we felt that this time. So I can only imagine what it might have been in the past. And if it's probably double or triple as bad as this, I would probably not do it after one time, just because like you're kind of on the edge. Like I'm like, yeah, I would do it again, but like probably one more is kind of where I'd cut my limit, just because like there are definitely some like head whippy moments and it'll still jolt you around. But either way, cool little spot here. This is again Fun Spot Kissimmee, and there is one up in Orlando. Maybe we'll do that one for you guys in the future. But for now, we are getting out of here. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. We'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.